domestic violence in Ciamis district using site-based community development or ABCD approach. This topic, this is the new topic for me, but this is the new title, but this is the old topic for me because this is my passion in the reduce of domestic violence. Other can solve to assault. The background, Indonesia faces the serious problem, namely domestic violence, which is a problem faced by Indonesia that every year saw an increase in cases of domestic violence. The Indonesian National Commission on Violence Against Women 2019 states that in 2019 there was 40% increase in cases of violence against women, amounting 406 and 178.
406,000.
Yes. In Ciamis district especially, the data on divorce in the area showed that the majority of divorce occurred due to domestic violence. Divorce rates in Ciamis district are always high at the national level. In 2015, the divorce claim rate in Ciamis district reached 1,140 cases. The main victim of domestic violence is the wife whose culprit is her husband. The data show the number of violence against wives still rank first with 5,114 cases. Theoretically, according to Foucault, men have been formed to become owner the power that determine the direction of discourse of knowledge of society. Therefore, in an unequal relationship, violence will always occur. Women become inferior figure, then men, so they are vulnerable to become victim. Based on this problem, that how to empower father to reduce domestic violence in the family. The theoretical basis is about the violence, and then gender relationship and violence, and then domestic violence. This may be the literature for the theory. This is the K of theory about the violence. Violence against a woman is any act that related or may result misery or suffering for a woman, physically, sexually, psychologically, yes, threatening certain acts and coercion and deprivation of liberty, both the community and the household. Feminists urge that in the societies with the patriarchal culture that causes gender inequality between men and women, 95% of the violence that often occurs, that victims are women. And Johan Galtung said this. Okay. So to empower the father to reduce violence in domestic violence, using ABCD approach. Christopher Dero have basic principle ABCD: optimism, belief, participation, partnership, positive define, indigenous, and heliotropic. The key concept of ABCD is the methodology for sustainable development of community based on their strength and potential involved, asserting the resources, skill, experience available community and the other. That my perfect in my writing. Okay. ABCD plan operationally empowering the ABCD communities uses the appreciate inquiry or AE process: discovery, dream, design, and destiny. The first is discovery. Discovery. This is the first good culture, mutual love, mutual care, and mutual protecting. This is good culture in Ciamis, in Sundanese. Precise religious teaching, mu'asyarah bil ma'ruf, must be good action and behavior to the women and men, and then boarding schools, and then Indonesian Council of Ulama. I'm as secretary, so I have network, a wide network, and the Center for Integrated Service for Women and Children. Before I come here, I have discussed how to reduce the domestic violence in Ciamis and how they hope the violence can stop in Ciamis. And then women organization, youth organization, non-government organization, sekolah warga, and then DKM, and then DKM it's mean Mosque Council, mosque.
The Mosque Council.
Yeah, the Mosque Council. Religious courts, pengadilan agama. This religious court is in Indonesia is special for divorce. Yeah,
It's
they
the
have
Islamic family court.
yeah, family court. Yes,
Yeah.
they have the data. They have the expert to discuss about violence. And then Bank Wakaf different with business. Bank Wakaf it's mean that bank have fund and especially for women. The priority for women. This is in our local government.
Yeah.
In our this Ciamis district. And I is the supervisor in this bank.
Good.
Yeah. And then local government. And then dream. This dream, I have interview and from my research in the last year. This is from my research in the last year that men have anti-violence and violence in the family. Women are free from various forms of domestic violence. A happy family without violence, like my family, someone. This is my family.
Yeah, wonderful.
And then a happy community life without violence. And then discovery, this is, sorry. And then program design. 3 program design, engage, okay, and then develop local partnership, and third program implementation to reduce domestic violence. The first is engage with organization and to link program to reduce domestic violence in Ciamis district by planning, supporting event and activities. This is all the strategy and all the activities. And the second, develop local partnership with the program to reduce domestic violence, invite DKM, women organization, support community partnership with MOU, memorandum, understanding with our institution, gender studies. Again, promote the program in Ciamis district by using media, FB, WhatsApp, IG, and YouTube. I forget. And then the last program implementation to reduce the domestic violence. This is the activities anti-violence and the family combined with religious and cultural themes, coordination with influence figure, pesantren, MUI, P2TB, police, woman, youth organization, workshop on prevention violence in the family, young father, man, woman, and pre-marriage. And then form a group men against domestic violence. It's like alliance of men to against domestic violence. And then provision of the capital loans for women economic activities in coordination with the Wakaf Bank, making tax anti-violent sermon in the family. Every Friday, that the theme of khutbah, or Jumat sermon, by
all the sermon of Friday prayers.
Yes, sermon and the Friday prayer. The topic is how what to anti-violence. And then 7, making a short YouTube film anti-violence in the family. I have started from religious perspective, history, and then what the real fact or the real case, and then sport activities with the members of family. We have ground or arena sport activities. I have in the gender around what the office of gender studies. We have sport arena, volleyball, and then traditional sport. This is okay. And then coordination with coronation of Sakina or Happy Family bigger without violence. We will contest. Yeah.
What do you mean by coronation?
Coronation is give what?
Award.
Award. Yes,
Award.
award.
You pick one.
Yeah. Give award that this is the figure of Sakina family or Happy Family.
Yeah, okay.
And then serving as rotation Sakina families and victim of domestic violence.
Yep.
This is maybe all my program. Thank you for your inspiration for me. I have many problems with violence, and then 1 week here that maybe this is most important than my wish proposal.
Yeah.
This is most important that we have to I have to do in our district. Thank you.
Amen.
Uh,
Thank you. That's excellent. Very good. Right, can we go in the same format, Jen? Are you happy to, as the fresh
Yes.
eyes?
Thank you very much for your presentation.
Good timing too.
Yes, very excellent.
Thank you.
Yes, very good timing.
I could see the connection across your 4Ds, the connection from the dream, if you like, through to the design, and I thought that was strong. And I suppose actually, as an outsider again, I'm wondering how do you actually make this work? So what's the actual work that you yourself do to make this happen? Do you go home and you, because you have colleagues and a university or a centre that you work with, that's where your steering group comes from? So maybe my question would be, how will you first start this?
Yes. I have lived in Ciamis district about 25,000. 25 years.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Tahun.
25 years. Yes, 25 tahun. 25 years. I have, yes, we have
Yes.
the connection with many community
Right.
service,
Yes.
with common NGO,
Yes.
NGO, and many sekolah warga. Sekolah warga it's mean NGO especially for education for women, for wife, for woman.
So what's your first step in
Okay.
Getting meetings coordinated?
The first step is I will engage the organization and link program to many communities.
Right.
I have done. I have started
Yes.
when before I come here.
Yes. Yes.
I have started to.
Started.
We discuss with the woman organization,
Yeah.
and then sekolah warga, and then campus in this Syariah faculty,
Right. Yes.
and then Wakaf Bank. I
Okay.
have
Good. Thank you
connections.
very much. Yeah,
So
that's
you've
very
done
And then
all that.
DKM,
Yeah.
Ulama Council,
Yes, yes.
because Ulama is very influential
Mm.
Thank you very
in
much.
in,
Yeah.
in Ciamis.
Over to you.
I think I really appreciated the start when you told why you were interested in this topic. So I hadn't heard that story before, and that, it was really important and really strong, and I really honour that. That's why you're so passionate about it. And I
Yes,
think that's really
appreciate
good. And I think that's one way to tap into people, because it makes it personal and it's about relationships. It makes it real. It isn't. You're not just an academic who knows about it. You know it from personal experience, and so you're wanting to make a difference. And I think that's very powerful. And so I do think, once again, it is who you focus on? Like, do you focus on the people with lots of power, or do you focus on other people? And I could really see changes in how you were talking about it. So look, I do like it. I think there's a lot. I think one of the big things, I think it's really good that you're going to try to work with men to stop violence. I think that's really good. I think part of it also has to be always, how do you make sure women are safe? So if somebody is, what supports are there for women if they are experiencing violence? How can they be supported? And maybe that isn't your role. You know, your role, you're a man, so working with men makes a lot of sense. But you do also need to think about how can you support women to be safe. But I think, it's good.
Yeah.
A lot of good stuff.
I could see a lot of development of your project over the time you've been here. So it's very pleasing to see the way you've engaged with the program and what you've got from the program and how it's allowed you to take it forward. So very good, thank you.
Thank you.
Very good, and it's
Thank
been a delight to have all of you here, but it's good to see your project particularly because as Pa Graham said, it's a very important topic.
Thank you.
Okay, now we don't have time for you.
Okay, let's go home.
You better have time.
We've got time for you. So it's over to Arif.
This one.
Yeah.
The last one.